Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 21st. Sagittarius at their best are loyal, compassionate, and assertive. Sagittarius at their worst are unfocused, selfish, and oblivious. Sagittarius's horoscope is, others do not see you as you see yourself. Beware.
Good evening. My name is Equius, and I would like to extend a humble gratitude towards the human readers of this document. Our mutual friend, Carcat Fantus, the red-blooded mutant, has requested that I opine with respect to the happenings inside of our session of the game Scrub, known to you as Sperm. First and foremost, as an Octarian custom, I, as the introductory party, shall impart a greeting and a brief description of myself. I pride myself on outreach to other species, as after my own ascension into the echelons of the Octarian military complex, I was to be one of the most prestigious Xeno ambassadors in our Imperial Army. Sadly, however, as you are now aware, that Xeno ambassadorship was never meant to be. I am humbled, truly, at the prospect of using my skills in one final small way upon you. I will use my skills to blast the seed of hope and camaraderie over you all, painting you, the humans, with my copious splashes of new partnership.
And according to Carcat, this process involves abandoning my noble typing quirk. I find this repulsive and distasteful, but it can be thrilling to follow the orders of my lessers. On Alternia, I lived on the edge of a great cliff, overlooking the homes of some of my lesser peers. I was what you would call a lord of the land. It was mine, and I owned it, nobly allowing others to make use of it as they pleased if they paid my necessary renting fees. Sadly, as you now know, Alternia is gone. I was whisked by my associate Nepeta into our game world, the land of caves and silence. It was most pleasant, a tranquil land which I could form to my whim. Of the blue team, I was first into the game, or so I believed. I was contacted by an old acquaintance for my assistance in that regard, thinking I would help them complete the chain of entry, but they had designs I could not yet see.
Equius.
Low blood?
Low blood? I have a name.
What is a name but a descriptive item that encapsulates your being? Low blood may as well be your name, Aradia. Please ignore my use of your name just then.
Okay.
Are you joining the game? Is that the reason for this correspondence?
Yes, I need your help.
Sadly, I already have a server, Nepeta. I cannot help you.
I don't need a client player, Equius. I already have one.
Oh?
I need a server. Can you get me into the game? Everything is already set up on my end.
I suppose so. What will I get in exchange for my assistance?
This is such a waste of time. I should have figured you would make it all transactional. Asking a high blood to do something because it's nice would be too much to ask.
Because it's nice? Charity, then. Intriguing. Very well. Since this will be a trivial action on my part, I can do this for free. How exciting. Doing this for you with no charge fills me with some kind of nice feeling.
Compassion? Friendship?
What? No. Industrious philanthropy.
Okay.
Let me do more things for you, low blood. No, Aradia, let me serve you. Oh, God, how depraved to serve someone so low and base.
Please stop saying I'm low and base.
Indeed, rude of me to draw attention to your inferiority.
But if you're still feeling generous, I have something else for you to do.
I shall curtail the log there. Suffice to say, I was now involved with Aradia the Lowblood in 2 tasks. One was getting her into the game, and the other was a commission of sorts, building something for her. I am no stranger to commissions. As a Highblood, it is my duty to indulge in the fine arts, 2 of which I tackle with the utmost zeal. Due to my somewhat tragically high strength, the more particular arts are lost on me. I tried sculpting, but I consistently broke whatever I made, be it pottery or stonework. Instead, I work with the much stronger metals to build automatons. Mostly I build them for fighting, but I have been known to make a few for other purposes, if paid nominal fees. But my other chosen art form is much more suited to lewd pursuits. You see, I am a digital painter. My works, hailed hither and yon as the finest example of Alternian subculture of horse art. I am paid handsomely by all those who like nude renderings of anthropomorphized horses in various compromising poses. Please contact me soon if you'd like to see examples of my works. I think you shall find my prices are more than fair. Tragically, Aradia's commission was of the former type, a robot of a rather garden variety. Not a protuberance or hidden slot to speak of. My talents were truly wasted. Sadly, getting Aradia into the game was easier said than done. I consulted with my fellow Blue Team cohort and co-team leader, Solix.
Hello, Rustblood.
If you call me that shit again, I'm going to kill you. Call me Solix or fuck off.
Testy. Fine. Hello, Solix.
Congratulations, Equius. You've met the minimum requirement for Trollian decency. What do you want?
I need clarification. A player is not cooperating.
Okay. Nepeta got you in, right? Who do we have to help her enter?
The pickings are slim, either Sir Empora or Her Highness. Their allegiances are as of yet unclear. Those two or her.
No. She's not playing, let alone on our team.
Agreed. But Nepeta is not the issue. Meteors are not accosting her hive yet.
Okay. Who's your client? I thought we were doing you to Nepeta, to Eridan/Fefri, then to me, then back to you.
Wrong. I just got a request from Aradia to be her server.
Ha 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 ha, Equius. You think you're real funny, don't you? Just a laugh riot.
No.
I should come over there and kick your ass for saying something like that. To me. Did she tell you what happened? I know she lives in one of your stupid subgrubs.
What?
No. You're too oblivious for this to be a prank. What do you mean, Aradia asked to be your client?
She asked me using the chat program Trollian. I don't understand the query. Why would this be abnormal?
Because Aradia can't ask for shit anymore. Because Aradia doesn't use Trollian at all. Because Aradia is dead, you Lucis fucking ignoramus.
To me, this did not come as a shock, since Aradia's hive was completely empty when I installed the client application. This potentially posed an issue. You see, if the chain of entry is broken, the chain cannot be completed, and the session is impossible. All entrants must enter the game. That is a plain fact. So if Aradia could not enter, things could not proceed. And since I just established connection, the connection is immutable. All this was explained to me by the Rustblood. But against all odds, Aradia entered the game world without problem. How she did to this day I do not know. You'll have to ask her. This much I can say for certain. Solix was not lying. Aradia Megiddo was dead. How she died is a mystery to me, and how she came back to life is a story for another day. Though I had helped the deceased Aradia enter, it came time for me to enter in turn, and for this task I knew no better candidate than my trusted olive blood associate, Nepeta.
Nepeta, respond.
Hi, Equius. Are you going to ask about the game?
I am. I have entered, establishing the groundwork for the blue team.
Oh,
Oh?
you're on the blue team? Well, I was thinking of joining the red team.
I forbid it. This is ill-advised. They are low-blood rebel, led by the horrid mutant Carcat.
Carcatty isn't a mutant.
He is. You will not associate with him.
Equius, we talked about this. If you want me to do something, you have to be honest about what you want and why. This is why people get creeped out by you.
People are not creeped out by me. But fine. I'll be more earnest in my reasonings on why you should join the blue team. Because I would be sad if you didn't.
There, was that so hard?
Yes.
Big baby.
Yes. Less than and greater than.
Nepeta, reliable as she is, got me in record time. The next order of business was my first gate. The intended series of events is to build one's home to size in order to reach it, but due to my high strength stat, I was able to leap high enough to reach it without help. Thus began my quest in the land of caves and silence. As for my sprite, I prototyped my noble Lucis from my youth, my butler Arthur, a bovine centaur with a lovely, perky udder, of which I imbibed much milk to make me exceptionally large and potent. If you're available later on, humans, we should discuss my father's udder in more depth later. Editor's note. Pass. So be it. As the ancient Sun Tzu said, the belated pleasure is the greatest. I should relay, however, something of import before I make my ultimate leave of this document. You see, inside of the game, as you no doubt have seen for yourselves, there exists a dreaming world, one which I was lucky enough to awaken to early on. The dreaming world of Durse, a lovely, purple-hued kingdom, was headed by the nefarious Black Queen, one of the main adversaries inside the world of the game. Once I found her whereabouts, I made my way to her castle, but even my extreme strength could not overcome her guards. But in the prison on Durse, I made a new friend, a similarly strong fellow, known as the Hegemonic Brute, a black-shelled man of a gargantuan stature who identified himself as a fellow enemy to the Black Queen. He said he was part of the fabled Midnight Crew under the alias Heart's Boxcars. Oh, how I wish I could go into more detail regarding this large man, dear readers. He was so massive and robust, it was like viewing an Adonis. Yet he did not have traditionally defined muscles, but instead the stature of a powerlifter or advanced wrestler. He said his boss, the notorious gangster Spades Slick, was even more powerful than he, a notion which made me swoon. Little did I know at the time, but my chance encounter with this Heart's Boxcars was the first step into the plan that would allow us to make the game of ours much more easy. Mere Wiggler's play. Until then, my dream self remained regrettably in the Slammer. So, about those horse drawings. I am done speaking, but I do have some for you to look at that I think that would enhance this Homestuck Alternate Universe is written, produced, and narrated by Funk McLovin. Also featuring Janaya as Kanaya, AE as Terezi, Bucky as Carcat, Pakin as Tavros, Shrimp as Nepeta, Technically Dead as Salix, Harper as Vriska, Eclipi as Gamzee and Equius, and West as Pfeffery. Illustrations are by Sunny Dionysus and Gastro. Please support Homestuck Alternate Universe on patreon.com/funkmclovin for early access, behind the scenes, and bonus features, but mostly to simply support the efforts of independent creators. Homestuck was written by and is the creation of Andrew Hussie. Thank you for listening.